There's a huge thunderstorm going on right now, and I have a feeling the power is going to go out any second, but we're still going to try to shoot this thing. So today we are going to be talking all about how you can build a Crested Gecko enclosure for under $30. To get this video started, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. Now, this video is geared more towards breeders, people that own a multitude of different crested geckos and looking to how to cut costs back a little bit while not sacrificing the care of the animal. If you're just a person that has one or at least a few crested geckos, I highly recommend PVC setups such as AP cages. They have some fantastic enclosures that you can really make beautiful for some display animals. With all that being said, let's get this video started. So starting out, you're going to be needing a couple of things. That's going to be a bin with the correct dimensions, so anything that's closely accurate to an 18 by 18 by 24. Personally, I'm using a 24 inch by 18 inch by I believe just under 24. I want to say it's like 21 or 22 inches, somewhere in those dimensions. Next up, you'll need some scissors, some window screen, and then some silicone. You can find all these at your local home improvement store. Somewhere like a Home Depot or Lowe's is going to have everything you're going to be needing. With all that being said, let's head over there to where the bins are. We can start working on it, and I can show you step by step on how to set this enclosure up. Let's head over. Alright, so we're over here now. We got our bin right here. Next step is we're gonna need to grab our tools. So to demonstrate, I'm gonna be using a Dremel just because of the fact that I have to make 6 of these, and this works a lot faster. However, this is trying to be, a budget enclosure build, so Dremels are pretty expensive. That way, I'd say you should use a knife or some scissors. It does the job. It's just gonna be the fact that these are gonna be a lot quicker, whereas the knife's gonna cost more effort, and it's gonna be a slower process. Pretty much what you're gonna want to do is just cut a square out of the side. You can either choose to do the side or the lid. My lid just is in the car right now. I didn't grab it real quick. For me, I'm just gonna do it on the side just because I'm gonna be stacking these setups, so you don't want the ventilation to be covered from the stacking enclosure. So we're gonna do the side here, but again, it is up to you if you wanna do the top or the side. Either method works. This is gonna be kind of loud, so we're just gonna mute this part and do some B-roll, but pretty much, like I said, just square, pretty easy. Let's get it started. Now we got our nice little square cut out. Real quick, after this dries, if you are using a Dremel, if you're using a knife, it's obviously not gonna be heated up, but you wanna make sure, the plastic's still melted. You're just gonna wanna pick all this up so your screen has a nice, even surface to go on, not all this bumpy stuff. It's not gonna make it as a smooth backgrounder for the screen to enclose itself on. So just real quick, I'm going to pick all this stuff off, and then we are going to get on with step number 2. So now for this next step, you're going to want to be cutting out a section of that window screen in order to put on top of the hole you just cut out, and then you're going to silicone it with your silicone. And then just quick note, you probably want to wear gloves just so you don't get silicone all over your hands. Gloves are always the best bet. Finish siliconing everything, you're going to want to place your bin inside a well-ventilated area, preferably outside. However, if you are in an area where it gets too cold, putting it in a nice ventilated room would work just as well. Then you're going to want to let this silicone cure for at least 24 to 72 hours depending. You'll know that it's fully cured when you can just go and not really smell the fumes that's going off on it. Lucky for us, I actually already have a bin in another room that I already finished and it's all cured, so we can keep moving on to our next steps. Now that we have the window screen finished, sealed, and it's good to go, it's already cured, we can move on to our next step, which is the most fun part, filling the enclosure. To start filling it, of course, we need a proper substrate. For me, I use Scott's topsoil. It's a great alternative to, your classic reptile substrate, and it's gonna cost a fraction of the price. I can get a 40-pound bag or a 20-pound, 40-pound? I don't know. It's a big bag for at least, $2, maybe $3 at most. You just want to get a nice layer of this going on. If you want to do a mix, mixing it with a sphagnum or a peat moss will be great for the high humidity species, such as these New Caledonian geckos. Also, just a thought, I do make mine semi-bioactive, so I'm also, at the end of this, I'll put some springtails and isopods in there, so act as a cleanup crew. While not being completely planted, it will be somewhat of a bioactive enclosure. That out of the way, let's just open this bad boy up. I'm gonna get dirt everywhere, but you know, that's just how it be sometimes. Alright, like I said, just a nice layer in there. Make sure to cover all ends. I had to cut that because I didn't realize I was just showing my butt through the entire cut. Pro filmer right here. Alright, so we got the substrate all in. We got a nice layer of topsoil. Now just add some decorations. For me, I'm just using a few little fake plants, just some stuff that I have lying around, cork logs, and then of course some cork flats, and then some extra plants to provide some foliage for the animal. Guys, you have a nice adequate enclosure that your crested gecko is going to enjoy, but it's only spending a fraction of the price as you would with the big box store enclosures. While I did make this video specifically for crested geckos, I'm actually going to be utilizing these enclosures for my tokay geckos. Finally going to be moving all of them out of that aquarium into that cool, you know, the self-sustaining grow tent as far as, you know, the husbandry goes for tokays. If you haven't watched it, I'll have to link it right there up in the corner. But yeah, I'm really excited for it. These guys are going to get some nice upgrades as far as the sub-adult and the grow-outs go, and then we'll finally be able to list those babies up for grabs. It's going to be a first-come, first-serve for the waiting list with some sort of deposit. If you want to learn more about it, if you are interested in my tokay babies, you can follow DBCB Exotics on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll have all the information there. Also, of course, we'll be making a video on me moving the tokays. It'll be very funny. You know, these guys are pretty feisty. It's going to make for some great content. We're going to be showing that next episode, so if you aren't subscribed already, make sure to go to that lower corner and hit that subscribe button for me. And then other than that, if you want to see some more of my animals or my breeding products, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at DBCB Exotics. Other than that, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.